Hello, Year 8. In today's lesson, you'll be completing an assessment. Your assessment title is Everybody Should Have a Day of Rest a Week. Your LO for this lesson is you'll be evaluating the arguments for the statement. If you are in a double lesson, you are going to be completing all of your assessment. If you are in a single lesson, you'll be only completing one part of your assessment, which is one paragraph 4. In this assessment, you must be looking at your prior knowledge. So what work did you do last lesson about Shabbat? And please, can you use that knowledge in your assessment? Lastly, what level are you aiming for in this assessment? Your next slide, I want you to look through and I want you to look at the things that you need to do to get that specific level. So look at what your minimum grade is and look at what your aspirational grade is and what you're aiming for. So the first thing that I want you to do before we start our assessment, you are going to time yourself 5 minutes and you are going to split your sheet of paper or your whiteboard, whatever you're working on, into two. So arguments for and arguments against the statement. So using the revision cards, which is uploaded on class charts, you are going to use that to help you, and it has sources of wisdom, quotes that you can use to help you in your assessment. What I then want you to do, so on each side you should have at least 2 to 3 points. I want you to circle or highlight the one point that you are going to use from each side in your assessment, please. Master task, I want you to be ranking your points in order of the strongest arguments to the weakest argument. So as you can see, I have completed the for and against table myself. So this is what it should be looking like. You are now going to be starting your assessment, Year 8. Before we do that, there is a few things that you must consider. So remember, you must be following the structure of point, evidence, explanation, evaluation, link, and evaluation. As you are top set, you must be evaluating in order to be getting your minimum grades or your aspirational grades, if not better. The second thing that you must be considering is looking at what religious evidence that you are going to be using. And remember that your explanation part of your paragraph is the most important part. The more connectives that you use in your assessment, the better it is going to be. I'm going to be reading out a paragraph to help you. So you are going to be using this as inspiration only. You are not going to be copying, however, you're going to be using it as inspiration, like I said. Remember, in this lesson, you're only going to do one paragraph for. The second lesson, you'll be doing one paragraph against and one conclusion. So altogether, you will have 3 paragraphs for this assessment. However, it will be split over 2 lessons. So to start, firstly, Jews would agree with the statement because of what God says in the Torah. The Torah being the book which guides Jewish people so they know what they are doing and what God wants. The Torah says, "You shall remember and keep the Sabbath day holy." And it also says, "Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating what he had done." This is your explanation part now, and it is going to be the longest part of the paragraph. This is God giving a command to the Jews, so it is not a choice. This is also one of the 10 commandments given by Moses by God for the Jews to keep. Therefore, it must be obeyed by resting every Saturday and using the time to reflect on God. For example, reading the Torah and spending quality time with family. To not do this would be a clear sin against God, as it would be breaking one of the 10 commandments. Additionally, when God made the world, he rested. So if God rested, so surely humans should too. The Torah clearly says that this day should be kept holy, and a way to do this is by not working but focusing on God. This is now your evaluation part. I think this evidence is strong because if God commands his people to do something, such as not work and to keep a day holy, then a good follower would do it to ensure that they were doing what God wants. Your link. Therefore, Jews would say everyone should have a rest day each week. Evaluation again. However, a modern Reformed Jew may suggest that some of these Jewish rules or laws are out of date in the modern world, and the point is to focus on God, not follow a list of things to do or not do. Remember, you are not going to be uploading anything in today's lesson. You are only going to be uploading your assessment once you have completed all 3 paragraphs. So remember, once the second lesson is complete, then you will upload it onto class charts. Thank you.